So welcome everybody. Really nice to see you today. What did we do last week? We did some more, and we'll do some more today, of this opening and closing of our hips. We also looked at how that a related opening and closing happens in our upper body, and we talked a lot about upper body shape. We also solidified some of our work on cloud hands, the fourth wellness exercise. And we're going to do sort of more of all of that today and move on to another wellness exercise and another basic. So we're going to invent the bow step today, and we're going to start learning the hands for the right ward off wellness exercise. So those of you who already know the form will kind of have an idea of where you're going. It is not the next wellness exercise right in a row. It sort of skips over some and is one later on. But we're really not going to get to that wellness exercise until next week, but we'll be doing some of the preliminaries today. So that's the agenda for today. Welcome, Molly. Nice to have you here, and your cat. Very nice. And Rima, nice to see you. Very nice to see you. And we have Tom joining us today too. So we've got a great class this morning on Saturday morning. Let's start by centering our bodies. So we've done a lot of this prepare work. The easy thing to remember is the first thing you do is ground your feet and just relax into feeling your feet. And then maybe put a fishbowl on top of your head, or hook the very center of your head up to the nearest cloud, sunshine, whatever you want to do. Feel a very gentle attraction that's kind of extending your spine just a little bit. It's more a thought than a conscious movement, but you start to feel as if there's just a little more room in all your vertebrae as you are suspended. Your whole body is feeling suspended, like it's hanging on a coat hanger. Your feet are heavy. You might even conceive of yourself as a puppet, and you're held at the very top, nice long spine. And then the rest of the puppet is just hanging. So your arms are hanging at your side. Check in with where your weight is. For example, my weight right now, for whatever reason, has moved a little into my left side. So I'm going to try to play with my spine and my head and just everything a little bit to get it, oh, there it is, all lined up. You might also notice that your weight is a little further forward or a little further back on your feet. Can you feel as if your weight is equally on pretty much all parts of your feet, from across the ball, like a triangle, the ball of the foot to the heel, all that whole area you can pretty much feel. And I know everybody has different arches and stuff like that, but just what is normal for you. So this is prepare. And we're going to feel, welcome, Julia, so nice to have you back. We're going to start feeling as if that area across our upper back is getting a little bigger, spreading out, turning our upper arms, and our palms go back. And then, like a lever from the shoulders where something pushes back down, we're going to have the arms float up, still extended. And then those elbows will droop, and we're going to push down like, what is it? Pushing a beach ball into water. Feel the push. Nice. Very nice. Let's do that again. This is prepare, where the position of being that very relaxed, extended standing position. And then across our backs, this is opening. We're going to do it a little differently this time. We're going to come up, but this time, as we droop our elbows, we're going to really bend our knees a little bit and sink. As we push down, we're sinking. And remember that when we're sinking, it's like sitting in a chair. And then we're coming up. Just let your arms kind of wave up and down. This is moving like the waves, the first wellness exercise that we've been studying. Up and down. Feel that beach ball. Nice. There's power in your legs. It comes up through your body into your arms, and you sink together. Breathe in a natural way. Some of you may want to breathe in, coming up, and breathe out, coming down. We'll do 2 more. Waving up and down and up, gradually synchronizing your moves and down. This time as we come up, we're coming up halfway and spreading out. Giant tree, and then the tree exhales. Stay in contact with the tree as you descend, and the tree inhales. Giant ancient West Coast tree, and exhales. You can inhale and exhale with it if you like. Inhale. Exhale, always a circle. Always a tree shape. Your eyes are open. Now your tree has become giant bird arms. Feel the power coming from your back, from that upper back that expanded earlier. Nice, lovely. Beat those wings. It's still a circle. It never stops being a circle, but now you're powering it. Feel the extension in your arms and feel the air going through your feathers at your fingertips. Nice. We're going to stay down and turn our palms down, pushing down. Then we're going to let our palms go back, rotate our arms, standing up, gazing up at about 45 degrees. At 45 degrees, our arms turn over, rotating around our elbows. At the bottom, we relax, rotate, up, rotate. Our gaze comes down as our arms come in front of us, and our gaze is level, coming up, gazing up, gazing back to level, staying level. Very nice. I want you to feel the bottom of that push in all these exercises. So we're pushing, you're still kind of very gently feeling the push. Take a moment to feel the bottom and then release. It's a split second, but know when you're done and you're starting the next one. Nice. We'll do one more, and then we're going to go into cloud hands. I'm going to mirror you. You can do it however you want. So we're going to bring our hands in just to our sides. Our knees are still soft. We're going to turn a little bit, and one arm rises. And then we turn out, Queen's wave, pull. And now the inside arm rises as you drop the outside arm around your elbow until you come to center. Queen's wave, pull as you finish turning out. Inside arm rises to center. Queen's wave, pull. Turning out. Drop that outside arm. Inside arm rises, comes to center. Queen's wave, turn that palm out, pull. Inside arm rises, comes to center. Queen's wave, pull. Queen's wave, pull. Notice that your arms kind of meet on the sides. Queen's wave, pull. The fingertips of the rising hand at the sides point towards the forearm of the outside hand. Your feet never leave the ground. They're stuck there, but your weight shifts a bit. As you pull, your weight may shift a little. That's fine. In the direction that you're pulling. Nice. We're going to come back. Don't worry if you're at the same point I am. One arm is up, one arm is down. We're going to bring that arm that's up down, hold a sack of apples. Stand up, come to shoulder height, come in and down. Nice. We feeling a little warmed up? How we doing? Yeah, whatever's not warmed up yet, go ahead. I've got a thumbs up. Good, Tom. That's good. That's good. Julia, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm dealing with technology difficulties. You're on my phone.
Oh man, that's tough. Well, I'll try to talk to you because I know the picture's really, really, really tiny. I've never been so small. All right. Here I am. I've never been so small. Well, it's really lovely to be here with you all today. Okay, that was cloud hands. We've worked a couple weeks on that, and for some of you, Julia is back. I don't remember if when you've dropped in on us before, you've ever done cloud hands before, and Tom is pretty new to it. You guys seem to be hanging in there, which is really wonderful. Is anyone have any questions on that cloud hands move?
So I do have a question. How you incorporate breathing in the cloud hand?
Sure. Well, it's actually in the same way we incorporate breathing in all of these exercises, and actually throughout Tai Chi. All right. Now, if you're doing a martial art, the real martial aspects of Tai Chi, then at the moment that you might strike or kick or sort of go out of your circles into your straight line attack. At those moments, for example, if you wanted to push, okay, if you wanted to push, we'll just go into a little less on that. So if you're just pushing out, imagine pushing out right now, right? All right, so try it two ways. I want you to push out, and at the moment you push out, I want you to inhale, okay? Just for now, right? Don't hurt yourself or anything, but here we go. Like, how easy was that? Was that easy or not? No, Veronica's going, no way, no way. Okay, let's exhale while we push out, all right? So come in and which was easier?
Exhale.
Yeah, it's natural. And so the rule here, first of all, is always just continue to breathe naturally. You will be prepared for anything in the martial art and anything in life if you're just breathing naturally. So first of all, when we're learning a move and we're breathing, our breath will come when we need to breathe. And when we're thinking about something and applying effort, that may get in the way of our breathing. So it's a very good question. When we are exerting, so if I were doing this and I know the move, then when I'm pulling, I would probably be breathing out. And when I'm coming up here, I'm probably breathing in. And then I'm probably breathing out. And I'm probably breathing in. But you may find that where you're in, you're breathing more frequently or less frequently. And the rule of the game right now is you just don't worry about your breath. And it'll move around a bit. And the same thing's true on our exercises. You know, it's like a lot of people breathe up here and then they breathe out here, you know, but we're doing this really slowly and you might fall over, or you might find that that's too much breath for you. So again, breathe naturally, but in general, what will be natural for you is that at the moment you're exerting. So if we were actually, where this cloud hands comes from is, see how am I going to show this? This is, I think I'm going to show it this way. This is not me anymore. This is somebody else, right? And how do I do this? So here's me, this nice funky arm here. If I connect with somebody here, somebody's coming at me, maybe they're punching me or something. Somebody's punching, it's a punch coming from somebody else. I connect here and I Queen's wave, grab, pull, right? Pull, right? And I'm not pulling because yeah. And actually, Tom, you're gonna probably connect with the back and roll onto them. Roll, yes. And it's kind of at an angle. Yeah. Tom's got, is it Jan?
Yes. Yeah,
Tom's got Jan there. So they're actually doing this, which I wish you could see. So anyway, you would, and at that moment, you connect, but then you'd probably exhale as you were pulling, because you'd probably be pulling them. All right. So you guys are going to want to make sure you don't chat while you're not muted, so that will work. All right. So that's sort of the quick thing on breathing. Thank you for that question. That was a great opportunity, Molly.
Yeah, I was curious. Like, I guess it ties into the breathing a little bit too, but like, are we moving our belly buttons when we're doing, like, is that part of it? Are we sort of
Good.
drawing with our?
Yeah, we are indeed. So we
Okay.
did that. We sat in. So what we don't want to be doing is this, right? What we do. So watch my sort of belly button line, my vertical line here. What we do want to be doing is this. So where there's a little, if you shift your weight, there may be a little turning of your hips, but if you don't shift your weight, you will just be drawing with your belly button. And again, as we talked about before, if you're really up very straight and tight here, you'll have a hard time doing that. But if you're sort of sitting in the chair, you'll draw well. And just reminding everybody else of that. So yes, when we're doing cloud hands, you see my line turn?
And are you timing your breathing with the turn? Is that something like?
Well, let's look at that. Let's look at that grab pull we just talked about, right?
Yeah.
So I connected right here in front of me where I could see the guy or gal or whatever, the person, right? I'm the woman who uses they pronouns, right? I should be careful. So I get onto that person, and then I'm pulling and I'm probably actually doing this, right? I'm probably trying to pull them down, but for right now, we're going to pull across. And so yes, in terms of the breathing, then I'm probably now, everything is relaxing. The guy's coming, the person is, I use guy like I use they, is coming towards me. I'm connecting. I'm turning, exhaling, pulling. Now you saw that this turned. That's because I would actually I'm up on my toe. I shouldn't be up on my toe if I'm showing you. But that's, if I were really thinking about doing it, that's probably what would happen, right? So yeah, here. So this, you see how quiet everything is below? Nice and solid here. Nice, Julia. Amazing. You guys are really getting this. Fabulous. All right, any other cloud hands questions? All right, let's just go right into inventing a bow step. And then we'll come back to some of the things we did last week again later. All right, so some of you have done this and some of you have not. This class has been all about, and continues to be, at least till the end of the month, all about finding in yourself the Tai Chi you already have, and also refining it into the Tai Chi that's truly powerful. So, so I want to do that today. What I would like you to do, you're going to use your imaginations again. So this is not butterflies and this is not a sticky planet. This is instead is a mountaintop. So I want you to think about the fact that you've done that hike, you're up at the top. It's a great and beautiful view. However, a gale has come in and it's very rocky. Okay, so it's windy, it's rocky, all right? But before we do that, I've got a task for you. So let's go over the task, because you're gonna have to do that on top of the mountaintop. So anybody here ever done archery? Like working with bow? Oh, look at that. All right. So would you grab your bow with whatever hand you would grab your bow with? I'm seeing a lot of right-handed people. Okay, so I will be left-handed for the moment. So don't worry, grab it with whatever one you're gonna do it. If you wanna mirror me, this would be the mirroring if you're right-handed. Looks good. All right, so I want you to grab your bow, and you know there's a string here, so you gotta get that string. Right, lovely. Look towards your corner or something, and just show me that you know how to like pull that back. Lovely, yeah. And you know, I'm just gonna make a comment here. We got a few people that are doing this. I have a tendency to do that on my right side too. But I want you to imagine that you've put your shoulder blade in your pocket in the back. Nice, much better. Yeah, keep those elbows down. Guys, will keep you safe. All right. So there you go. I want you to aim. I want you to fire. Right? Can you do that? I want you to aim to the corner and fire. Fabulous. Okay. Obviously, you guys are good at this. All right. So I'm going to be throwing you a bow. You're going to grab it and you're going to aim and shoot. Okay. This is first practice. Okay. Don't worry about anything else. So here's a bow. I'm throwing it to you. Grab it and shoot. Nice. Okay, one more time, just so that we can get that down. I'm throwing it to you. Grab it out of the air and shoot. Fabulous. Okay. Looking good. I saw shoulders down, everything else. All right. So you were coordinating that really well. What I want you to do now is when we do this, I want you standing on that mountaintop, and it's a gale and it's raining and you're trying to see what you're seeing, but mostly it's very uneven terrain. So I'm gonna throw this to you. You're gonna have to grab it quickly. You're gonna have to shoot, but I want you to keep track of the fact that it's an uncertain surface that you're on. Okay? So, and so just be standing wherever you're standing. And here we go. I'm going to throw it to you. Don't forget you're on a mountaintop. Grab that thing and shoot. Great. Okay, let's do it again.
Dee Dee,
Yes.
are we then catching with our non-dominant hand?
You are indeed.
Okay.
At least that's how most people do it. Yes. Their dominant hand is the one that's by their cheek, or yeah,
Okay.
by there. All right.
Okay.
So here we go. Ready? Grab it. Uneven terrain. It's windy. Okay, stop. Stay where you are. Look down at your feet. I have some questions for you. Well, and look down at yourself. First of all, are you up high, or have you like bent your knees and been a bit of a gorilla? What has happened to your body? Oh, Rima's going like this. So was that to the gorilla, Rima? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Julia says, oh yeah, that was gorilla-ing, right? So you weren't like standing like this, right? You kind of crouched down, did a little bit of an earthquake thing. Anyone else have that experience? If you had that experience, like say yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So that's a reasonable thing. I told you the ground was uncertain. And what did you do? You lowered your weight. And if you gorillaed, right? You didn't like lower your weight like this, right? You lowered like this, right? You lowered like this. All right, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna ask you another question. Here you go. Grab it and uneven terrain. Okay, and now look down. I wanna know if your feet are parallel or if one of them is somehow off to the corner a little bit. Oh, so Molly says she's got this going on somehow, right? One of them's kind of off to the edge. Yeah, Julia says that too. Rima says that too. Yours are parallel. Okay, so we've got some people with parallel. Let's try it again. Don't worry about how it is. And again, keep your feet, put your feet like you've been running, right? Like you've been running. And here I'm going to throw it to you, and you've got to get yourself ready and go. Let your feet go, look down, see what's going on. Everybody's going to be a little different. Is it the same answer? Yeah, okay. So let's, for those of you who are like this, you probably have a lot of confidence if you're absolutely, straight, a lot of confidence in this position. Most of us ended up with one foot a little bit out, is how we saw it. And remember, we were towards the corner shooting. So in terms of the direction we were going straight, it was kind of like this, right? If this was the corner direction. So interesting. So let me show you, you can relax now. Let me show you why I think your body went into that position. So first of all, for those of you who put your, and your feet weren't together, were they? Nobody had their feet together. Right, exactly. Well, if your feet were together on this mountaintop, right, this is not going to work very well. Right, not very stable, any direction. All right, how about down? Well, first of all, that really helps, right? Especially if you have a lot of confidence here, because you can, to a certain extent, go in any direction. But if somebody pushes me here, there's not much I can do if the push is big, right? I go back, right? I go back. And if somebody, again, you know, hits me in the back of the knees or something, you know, it's, or they push me this way, right? There's not, I have great stability this way, but I don't, and you guys can feel that, but I don't have the stability in the other directions. I have two really good directions, a little bit of help in the others because I've lowered my weight, okay? That makes sense to everybody? We good? All right, so now what happens if my feet aren't parallel? And I'm just gonna take these sort of not parallel feet that a lot of us had and turn it this way to make it easy. And I've got one that's kind of to the corner and one that's straight, so I can show you these relationships again. So here I am. First of all, I'm better than being like standing on both feet right together, right? So that's better. Now, this knee here is these knees are bent. So if somebody pushes me from the back, I can push back here, right? And if somebody pushes me towards this corner, I can push back here, right? So I'm pretty good here. And I've still got this pretty well. And I've got this pretty well. And I've got this pretty well. Like if someone tries to push me in this direction, I've got this pretty well. What don't I have well? Right? There's directions that don't do as well, right? Like this direction here. So I've gone from having a few, I've gone here from having really no good direction, and here having two really great directions to now having about 6 good directions and 2 not so good directions. So when I told you to go on rocky ground, your body knew that. So to the extent that you felt that you were on rocky ground and in a gale and had to do something, your body went into that. And when we do Tai Chi, this is one of the major positions that we have, and we oftentimes are not parallel. Sometimes we need to put our feet closer together for what we're doing. But in general, especially if we're moving forward or backwards, this is part of what we do. And our feet are basically not parallel. So what is this bow step? It is feet about shoulder width apart this way, 1 foot out to the corner. If we were to move our weight over it, do you see my line here, my fishbowl to my belly button, right over my heel? Once it's there, I'm good, assuming I keep that fishbowl up. And then I can put this other foot out. And then push forward with the back foot. I want you to keep those knees. We didn't remind ourselves of this today. Remember that thigh bone has to stay in line, and that's going to mean that your hips are going to turn towards the corner. So our hips are towards the corner. You know, it kind of looks like this. If we were parallel here with our hips, this is also a bow step. All right, yeah.
I have a question. Are your feet perpendicular to each other or not quite?
So my feet, no, they are not quite, they're 45.
Okay.
So these lines are perpendicular to each other. So no, we are not like this, right? This would be me standing on the lines. We're like this.
Okay, thank you.
And here, look, I have lines on my feet. Just my pants are a little long. So I don't know if you can see those or not, but they're there. So yeah, so your back foot in this case is out at 45 degrees. All right. So we're going to be doing more with this bow step. I want to point out a couple of things that we didn't get a chance to do early on. So let's be here. And remember how we were doing this before? We were gorilla-ing, sitting in a chair here and opening this crease, right? Open, close, 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 right? And we found out if we gorillaed even more, we could have opened some of us even more. But look down, make sure with all this opening, your knee is still right with your toe. Okay? And your weight is on your entire foot there. So we're pivoting on our heel here, but we're pivoting the whole leg from the thigh. Watch my hand. And we're opening in this crease here. And then here. So this is what we're doing when we stand here and we shift our weight over here and we turn out here. We're turning out that thigh bone. And then if we shift our weight over here, this is at 45 from our original direction. And we stand very straight, pick this one up and put it out. Now, as it goes down, I'm going to turn my hips to the corner and bend this knee. The thigh bone is here. And this knee, if we're bent, this back leg, if we're bent, the knee should be pretty much in the direction of the thigh. It's not going to be in the exact same direction, especially if you're well, it depends on how far back you are, where your thigh bone will be. But you don't want to be moving your ankle independently. All right. So this is the bow step. We'll be doing more of that. I want to do one thing real quickly here. So I want us to, can we open both of these? Again, if you're like a gorilla, some of us have more. Yeah, I'm getting some of this from people. All right. I want you to shift your weight over here. And I want you to just step out and like big toe, little toe. Nice. Bring that foot back. Shift your big toe and little toe out here. Nice. Fishbowl on top of the head. Okay. Shift, heel, toe, heel, toe. Can you kind of reach out naturally and don't do it right here. Do it right here, wherever that natural is for you, and back. This leg is going to be bent a little. Now this leg, it's out at 45 degrees. Stand on it. And heel toe. These are good exercises for you to do at home. They're good for your balance. How about this? Can we just step back to the corner? Again, opening here, gorillaing. Yep, good gorilla. Okay, shift, step out, turn. Nice. See how I'm turned? My whole body, my hips, everything else, you can still be bent on both knees. That's fine. I want you to rock back on your heel. Get this back, get your center line back so that it's back far enough that you can lift it up. Put it at the corner. Shift over. Nice. Free up this foot. Out. And turn those hips. For now, both knees. Rock back. Corner. Gorilla. Over. Just going to keep the gorilla throughout this. Out. Forward to the corner. Back. Over. Out. Corner. Back. Out. Do you see how there's space between my feet? If you look at my lines, I'm got some space. It's not like I'm actually stepping out. Don't worry too much about that. Worry mostly about keeping your balance, because you're moving a lot of your balance here. Okay? This is something we're going to be doing in our next move, in our next wellness exercise. We're going to be stepping out. We'll actually extend this back leg, and this one will be bent. And we'll make sure this knee does not come in like this. It will stay out. You see that? Out. And back. Turn. Not of this. This. Open. Turn. So this is something you guys can practice this week. Questions on that? All right, let's do some wellness exercises to cool down. Hook ourselves up. Feeling extended and suspended and grounded. Relax that lower back. Gorilla a little bit. Soft knees. And we're gonna spread across the back, floating up those arms. Remember those soft knees? We're gonna go down now. Droop, push that ball till you can't push anymore. Coming up. And down. Can you just relax into it? You may find as you relax into it that your breathing relaxes also. This was number 3, so we're going to go on now. We're going to come up. Remember that breathing tree is going to inhale and exhale as we go down. It's going to inhale. Huge tree, but still a circle. Exhale. Your wings now are spreading. out. Lovely. And beating in. That's the last one for now. We're going to come down. We're going to stay down for a second. Drop those palms, go back, rotate up, around, push down, sink. Feel the bottom. Rotate up. Feel the bottom. Our last one. This time, our arms are going to come to our sides. Little tiny drawing as we go out because our torso is powering these arms. Pull. Inside arm rising comes to center. Turns, Queen's wave, pull. Turning back. Queen's wave turning out. Just continuing that turn. And that turn is from our belly button. This is number 2, finishing. Here is number 3 on this side. Queen's wave, pull. This will be our last one. So the inside arm comes to our shoulder, and then it comes down like a sack of apples. And we come up, in, down. And now we're going to drag our fingers through the sand, warm sand. Grab some up as you're able on your toes and down. Drag your fingers through the sand. Grab that sand, squeeze, and down. Drag your fingers through the sand. It's warm. Enjoy it and release it. Thanks, everybody. I'm here if there are any other questions or anything at this point. We good? All right.